So here we have the parts for the quality control track imported. You can see in the media window in the bin that we've got 24-bit files again. So we will be actually bouncing this out as a 24-bit project at the very end in week 4. Once again, we need to establish the tempo, and this one is a little bit trickier because we have got nothing as clear and easy as last time with that nice 4-bar chunk. These are running in quite large chunks. I'm not sure if these are the exact arrangement. Okay, so, and also the one thing about this is that we don't have all of the musical parts. They weren't supplied to us by the label. It's actually a little bit of a shame because there were some nice keys and other elements in there and the brass. But what we do have is the guitar, and we've got all of the vocals. So it's going to give you guys plenty of scope for doing your own musical thing. Let's have a listen. Let's come into the section where the guitar is. Yeah, you'll notice that these have been mixed so you can hear that there are effects on the guitar. As you discovered by reading through some of the interviews with producers, this is not preferable, but you know, when you get a remix, you have to deal with what you're given. It's very, very rare that you'll be able to ask for different parts because it means they'd have to go back to the source project and bounce them out again. So the vocal. Now, I'm not sure about the placement of that. That felt a little bit uncomfortable compared to what I remember about the original. That might be in the wrong place. This is the thing, you know, you never know. When people bounce stuff out, they don't always put things in exactly the same position as they were in the original arrangement. You know, you've seen that before in the previous example with that brass. So let's think of which one of these elements, you know, which is going to be the best one to use to establish the tempo. The guitar possibly is because it's so rhythmic. Let's check out some of the other vocals though. Reaching for a higher high. It's yours again, so you better get it right. Don't stop. Now that almost feels like it could be because the don't stop seems to come sung on the beat. You know, it's easier if you can get sections that are literally on the beat as the beginning of a cycle. But do you know what I'm going to need to do on this one? I need to refer to the original track. So we've got this on the page here. Let's have a listen. Let's try and reference when that vocal comes in. It's not actually going to go to that point, but at least we're getting a feel for how it all works together. So it's almost as if the vocal comes in after a beat. So it's like 1, hold, that's the way it works. So the first beat comes in. Let's just have a think about that now with this. Yeah, I don't think these are in exactly the right place, to be honest. But you don't have to get too bogged down with that. You know, it's just worth just getting a feel for the parts, getting an idea where they're going, because it's very likely that with a remix you wouldn't be having things exactly the same as the original anyway. So let's have a look. Let's get in there. Let's try this guitar. I'm going to double click on this and let's find a section where it's actually got something going on. And let's just have a listen from here. Now for me, it's almost like that doesn't feel like it's the beginning of the section. For me, I'm kind of feeling that it goes from here. So I would probably have a think about this point. Maybe a little bit later. Possibly over here. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to actually just zoom out a touch and try some of this. Let's have a look. Just going to put the loop on. Let's adjust the right hand selection by doing the shift and drag. Let's keep going. 1, 2, no, that beginning is incorrect, isn't it? So that feels like there is a bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to be relying on the guitarist's timing, and let's in fact take that out a little bit more. That's feeling better. So you can see, you know, the part that you pick to work out a tempo is going to basically define how easy or hard it is. And so this one was feeling like a good one. It's actually quite hard to get that loop in there, as you could hear, but we got there in the end. So there are potentially some others that are better. So, you know, it's better to go through everything and work it out. But I would say for me, I'm feeling I can get a good idea of what the tempo is from that guitar. If I feel afterwards, once we got the result, that it's not very accurate, then I would probably try another point in the vocal. But I do think that we got a good point to be doing that. So if we've got, yeah, it's 1 bar in this case, so it may not be as accurate. So we're going to do 1 bar in the cycle, and we are going to come down to functions, adjust tempo, selection, and locators globally. Let's have a look at what we got. 125.8. Right, I reckon that's going to be a 126. So that's pretty good. Let's have a look now with this at this tempo. Let me just take the song end point later. Let's see how we are over here. There's a click on. It's yours again, so you better get it right. Don't stop. Yep, there we go. So 126. 126 BPM for this one. Let's save that. And we've got everything we need to be able to move forward